So what's the best bike for a beginner or returning rider? The Royal Enfield Himalayan or the Meteor 350? Let's find out. What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. You know, this question comes probably on my YouTube channel more than anything else, is which bike, Old Man Ronin, do you recommend for a beginning or somebody that's just returning to motorcycling? Well, let's examine a few factors. First off, you have to identify what style of riding that you do. I think that's probably the most important thing that you can consider. Are you a guy who is going to spend a lot of time on roads like this? I mean, these back roads like this are fantastic, full of curves, full of fun, full of wildlife, and full of scenery. But is this what you're going to primarily ride, or are you going to be riding this? Now, let's go through some of the things that you have to think about. If you're a beginning rider, are you planning on down the road learning to go off-road? Or is that something you want to do, that you want to, and I'm not talking just gravel roads, I'm talking about dirt and, you know, more adventure style. And so if you're a rider who wants to do off-road stuff, but yet not spend a tremendous amount of money and get into a motorcycle that's really, really, really dependable, and it's really, really, really easy to work on. I said really, like how many times there?
How dare you!
But the Himalayan is an amazing bike, and it shows because it sells so well. Those motorcycles pretty much do everything that you ask them to do. They'll go up to 65 miles an hour without any issue whatsoever. They'll handle the gravel roads. You've seen in my last video when we did that moto picnic that we took it back in some dirt roads and some dirt deer trails. Other than the fact that I still got stock tires on it, and I desperately need to change those because they're made for mostly road and dirt and gravel road riding, not off-road. So when I do get a chance to change them here in the next 3 months, probably over the winter, that it'll be even a better motorcycle in the dirt. But that's something you have to look at. Is that something you want to do? You have to identify where you want to ride. Now, as far as doing back roads like we're on right now with very little gravel, you know, chip and seal, things like that, man, the Meteor 350 is by far superior bike to, I would even say, the Himalayan. And the reason why is it's so daggone comfortable and smooth. This bike is a joy to ride. I have to admit this, guys, this little 350 engine, this little Meteor 350 is one of the best motorcycles for riding that I've had in the last 20 years. I simply love the way this thing feels. It is a lot smoother than what the Himalayan is. The Himalayan is a great motorcycle, and I will never ever sell that bike. It'll be in my stable for the rest of my life. Well, unless something happens to it, you know what I mean? But the reality of it is, I love that motorcycle because I love to ride gravel roads, and I like to go back, I would say, off-road camping and moto picnicking. That is something I've done, you know, Iron Lady and I've done for our entire lives together. We really do love doing that, and that motorcycle is perfect for that. However, when we go on trips like we're on right now, well, we're not together, obviously, but we go on trips like this in these back roads where it's a little bit of chip and seal, a little bit of gravel, not too long of gravel. You guys seen a couple videos ago when Iron Lady and I did a 2-up in the gravel, and she's not a fan of that. But then again, this bike can handle it, setting it up the right way and having the right tires on it. This thing can do it without any issue. And I think, in all honesty, that the more and more I ride this bike, that the fact that it is even better than I actually said at the beginning as far as being a good gravel road bike. And the reason I say that is because it's so light and nimble that you can literally control it better than you can a big heavier machine. And I know this because I have a Road King, and I've had it unfortunately on gravel a few times, and it's not a place for it. So if you're really thinking about what kind of motorcycle between the two, the pluses and the minuses of either the Himalayan or the Meteor 350, you have to look at what you really want to do with the bike. After that, here's a few other things. The Meteor 350 engine is super smooth. I mean, when they did this engine, when they designed this engine, they wanted to make it, you know, counterbalanced to make it smoother than what even the 410 Himalayan engine is, and they've done a great job. This bike here, I mentioned just a few minutes ago, is one of the smoothest motorcycles that I've ever ridden. I really, truly love the way this thing rides. And I mean, and it's a single cylinder. This thing is hyper smooth. I'll jump on one of my Sportsters, and we're not going to compare those today, but I jump on a Sportster, and it's, you know, you get the vibration, but that's a Harley. That's what you expect. That's what people love about it. They want that potato, potato, potato sound. I mean, right now I'm just cruising at 35-40 miles an hour, and I mean, like I said, I know, don't freak out, people, but this thing is smooth as silk. And the engine, now the suspension you can adjust, and we're going to be doing a video on that really soon on how to adjust the suspension on these things, both the Himalayan and this one, because it really does make a difference. When you're setting up the preload on these motorcycles, it makes a huge difference whether you're riding with a load or you're riding by yourself or you're riding two up with a load. You know, a lot of guys on my channel are in their 50s and 60s, and they say, man, I haven't been riding for 20 years. Which motorcycle do you recommend? That's up to you. Is that any more vague? No, what I mean that is, guys, you have to understand what your style of riding is. You have to understand what you're going to do and what your plans are to do that with. If you can identify those ideals and put them into a motorcycle that's going to be the most comfortable, or I should say the perfect bike for you, because the Himalayan does off-road and back roads a lot better than the Meteor 350, and the Meteor 350 handles roads smoother and easier than the Himalayan 410. I want to send a special thanks to everybody who was part of the Old Man Ronin Fall t-shirt giveaway. We had a tremendous success. The final week winner is and we really want to thank him and all the other winners, and I'll put a list of all the winners of the t-shirts with their full name here right now. We got a little rain happening. What's up with that? Man, this bike is so much fun. Well, we're going to go through our tunnel here in a minute. We're going to give another rev bomb with the Meteor 350, which I sincerely love doing. Oh boy, we'll put our visor up so we can hear it. Yeah, give it a toot. It is close to Christmas. And here's the rev bomb, guys. Ready? Gotta love this motor, man. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. It was a lot of fun making, and I'll tell you what, I equally love both of these motorcycles because they both are perfect for what you want them to do. And that means the Himalayan is fantastic for off-road and also gravel road, and this bike is great for intermediate cruising, that easy peasy cruising or that ultra light cruising that we talk about all the time. Again, I really do appreciate you watching our channel, guys, and if you like videos like this, make sure you make a comment below. Tell us exactly what you want to see on the channel. We did a kind of a cooking video here, the last one. Everybody that liked it and commented said they loved it, but it didn't get the kind of traction that I was hoping it would. But we might do one in the future, but we might not, because I need to get the views, guys. That's what pays the bills. Or if you really want to help that particular style, give us a super thanks, because that kind of stuff really makes it viable for us to do more and more of that style of video. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button, share and comment. You know I read all the comments and comment on as many as I possibly can. Until next time, guys, make sure you ride safe, have a very happy holiday season, and keep her on two wheels, baby.